Hello, welcome to the basement. David Bradley here. I grabbed a few things out of a box, and now I'm going to look at them. This is a jar and bottle opener. I guess the idea is mount underneath shelf or cupboard. At least that is what it says. And then the idea would be you would have this thing under there, and when you had something that you couldn't get open, you would then leaf it into here and give it a twist, and maybe it would open it. It looks like it has two sort of jaws, one on one side that's smooth, the other that has teeth. It is. Now, am I going to put this somewhere? I don't know. I think before I do that, I'll test and see if it is actually helpful. And if it is, I will ponder that. But probably I won't anyway. I may send it along. Now here is something, and it's still got nails. This is a pro hardware thing, and when you're doing roofing or other things where you need a lot of nails, you need sort of a thing like this with an apron where you have a lot of nails. And this one, in fact, does have a bunch of nails. Maybe 100. I don't know. Anyway. Now, do I... First of all, will this still go around me? That is the question. I don't know. It probably might. But I think this is something that I will send away to my brother in the north, where I'm sure he might need to do more nailing than I. Here is something interesting. Oh, it is. This, from what I remember, would be a sanding block. It's made out of some sort of rubber. And you would take sandpaper, and you would put it in here and put it in there, and then have a nice, very flat surface to work on something. And as I know that Richard is also doing some boat things and other things, there's always car things, this might be handy. So it's a vintage rubber sand. Oh, I guess also, if you felt like it, you could put it on here and do stuff like that. But I think the idea mostly was this is where your hand went, and then you could sand, and it's very flat. I think that too will go to Mr. Richard. Here is a lunch bag full of screws. They look like slotted, mostly the same size, but a variety. And once again, something that, yes, I could possibly use, but if I've had them this long, I'm not going to. And here is the thing. This almost looks like it was cut off of a bicycle seat or something. And why, I don't know. So I will once again toss that up there to go to Richard, because, as I've said before, he does take things, cars and things, to the scrapyard at times. Here is a tin, a Daily Mail thing tin. Unfortunately, I don't think, no, this thing would not be big enough. It does seem to be stuck. It says that it was for loom clips. And the best way I have found to get these things off is to hit them a little bit and then try again. And that is not happening. There is nothing in here. This was, unfortunately, it was done with tape. The tape will have scarred it for life. But it is also something that I think Richard has an affection for, and he might be able to fight it off. I could maybe, you know what I could do? The screwdriver, I just found the other thing. I could stick it in here and go and give a little bit of a pry around. And that too may, when working with tools, be so ever careful. Anyway, these things do have a way. These cans are probably 60 or 70 or who knows how old. Aha! We're getting there. It's off. It's clean. It's candy. These things are good still for holding, well, in this case, loom clips. But I don't have any of those. There we go. Now what do we have in here? Aha. Well, here, this is interesting. Here we have a hook for a gate. Now I have found one of these before, but it was, I didn't have the eye. You have to screw that in, and then you put that in so that the gate is secure. Did not have that. That may work with this. It may. So I will take it outside to the backyard, where I have the other thing that I was thinking about putting on. I will. And here's the screwdriver. And here are the scissors. Now, here's something. This is just dandy. It's a walkie-talkie from Radio Shack. Citizens Band transceiver. Got a good antennae and all that stuff. And I don't have a battery here. And I don't think, thankfully, there is not one in it, because it probably would have ruined it. It's a 9 volt. And, but here's the tragic thing. I have one of them. It really isn't helpful without two. Now, chances are, in this box that I was digging into, I might find it. I might find the other. I might not. We'll see. If I find it, I'll test them. If not, well, you know. Now here's the thing. It's Sphinx Manufacturing Company. And it's called a robot, R-O-B-O-T, which the big thing is oboe. And it's a fixing tool. And what does that mean? Well, I don't know. It does have a lot of these little things. They almost look like nails and washers and things and stuff. And there's more. Looks like nails with washers. There is some paperwork. Robo fixing tool set of nylon with 2 driving pins for oboe bolts. Aha, okay. Oboe nails with washers. So what are these for? With 2 driving pins. Well, I don't see any driving pins, but I could. Oh, hold on here. Yes, I do. There, that would seem to be a driving pin. And this thing, all wrapped up in wax paper, is also a driving pin. I am not sure what all this is for. It does appear there's a hole in the side of this thing. Anyway, it was $12.80. It was. And there's more stuff here. Aha. I have never. I just want to figure out what this is for. And then I will decide. Oh, here's a little brochure. Now exclusively of nylon, light as a feather, stronger than ever. For all fixings into brickwork and concrete without drilling and plugging. Oh, I'm thinking I'm seeing. So I guess the idea here is, I think, that these, without drilling and plugging, oboe nails, oboe screw bolts, oboe saddles. Interesting. Well, here is the thing. And I guess somehow, although this one looks kind of small, maybe you're supposed to hammer this. And this one does have a much bigger head. It may be, and I'm afraid to open these things lest I drop them. And there's a lot of stuff in here that maybe, possibly, you take this thing. No, that doesn't fit in there. It doesn't fit in there. Well, there's also some screws here. No, that's another nail. I saw a screw. Maybe a small, no, that's a nail. I'm sure I saw a screw. Anyway, I am thinking, the more I think of this too is something that I will carefully put back in its box. With its documentation, and with great care and reverence, I will put it in the box to go to Richard. Now here, oh dear, here is a staple gun, but I'm just not sure. It looks like the thing is here to do it. It does not have any staples in it. And it looks like the thing is here to have staples in here. There's this big spring-loaded looking thing, but I'm not sure how it comes out. But if it has to, oh, it retracts some. That looks important. Staple gun, little one. It looks like this would be an important part of all of this. Oh wait, I have a thought. If these are the right size staples. Because of course in the box I found staples. I have a thought. If these are the right ones, and are they? I don't know. Well, we'll pull some out. They're of course very carefully, neatly packed in here. I'll try and maintain that. And then I will see. You know what? This thing's got to come out somehow. It just has to. Somehow fold out. Some way, somehow. It has to. For this to work, have any chance of doing anything, you have to be able to get staples into it. And I don't think they just drop in. They don't just drop in. This has to come out. Wait a second. I have a screwdriver. I will pry. And nothing is happening. What does this say? Uses arrow J21. Oh, these are J25. Regardless, there has to be a way to get the staples in. Boing. And I was thinking I'd like to make use of a staple gun for an art project I'm thinking of doing. But anyway, these are not the right staples. So I will very carefully put them back in here. Now there could be another staple gun in here. And in fact, you know what? There could be a piece of this one missing. It seems to me there should be something here that clips at the back. That, like, you put the staples in, and you push the thing in, and maybe the spring and other things sort of help, I think. But it does seem to want to do its thing. I think I hear an alarm going off. That's strange. I don't think I set an alarm. Anyway, I don't see a way to get this out of here. So maybe I will set these two things aside, pending further looking in to this box. And at this moment, perhaps what I will do is try and figure out where this alarm is. Ding! Oh, wait, there's another thing here. Aha, these could be handy indeed. These things, okay. This is a U-bolt. That may not be handy for me. That's a U-bolt. That may not be handy for me. These eye things could be handy. Could be. But these other things here, probably not. These, ooh, these look like brass. Ooh, nothing like brass nuts and bolts. And these look like bolts to put something into a wall or wood or something. You know what I'm going to do? Because I'm here and because I can, and I know I saw them. Aha! Indeedy. The things that I think are helpful to me, I will put in this bag. And the other things I will put in another bag. And I will put this in the box for Richard. I will also send him this. This one, boy, this one got mangled some. Should have crowfoot plugs, but it doesn't. But there. Kaboom. So this I will take upstairs, and I will continue to be tormented by the staple gun, but I will go back to that box and see what else I can find in the staple department. I shall. Right now, I think I'm going to go and look for this wayward alarm and see where it is and why it's going off. And by the way, it's not like a fire alarm. It's not like a danger. It's like an alarm clock. I must have set one or turned one on or done something and not realized, because I haven't touched anything for a while. I have not. Anyway, thanks for coming to the basement, where I continue to sort and declutter and get rid of things and keep things. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.